Ciao a tutti e buon anno!
Buon Anno!
Thank you for starting 2023 with us. Let's start the new year right. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. I hope you enjoyed the next video that's coming. And make sure you watch until the end for some extra content.
Amore.
See,
What are we doing?
today we're making mushroom risotto.
We're not just making a mushroom risotto.
Now we're making my mushroom risotto, which is gonna be the best mushroom risotto you ever ate.
She speaks facts. I guarantee it. Alright, let's do it. What are we doing?
Let's do it. The first thing you wanna do, you wanna use some of the dried mushrooms
Okay.
just to give it a little bit more of a kick to the fresh mushrooms. So we're gonna soak them. Here we got some dried wild mushrooms we got at a farmer's market. So I will say go maybe a third to half of the contents. And freshly boiled water, we're gonna cover them and add maybe a tiny bit more because as you can see already, they are puffing up.
Wow, see.
Yes. A little stir with my trusted chopstick. And then we're gonna leave them to do their thing for roughly half an hour.
Okay, so these are going to soak for 30 minutes.
But this aside, we're gonna start some choppy.
Choppy.
Yeah. Garlic and parsley to start with, and then our chestnut mushrooms.
Can't help but observe that we use garlic and parsley a lot.
See? And partially it's your fault, because before knowing you, I was more onion kind of person. See? Then I've moved on to garlic.
I was just checking you weren't a vampire.
I think by now you're sure I'm not. Okay, go ahead with the mushrooms.
We've been doing some research on the old risotto recently, and one of the things I've noticed quite often getting mentioned is the use of porcini mushrooms.
Yeah.
We've never used porcini mushrooms yet in a risotto.
No, tesoro. It's mainly due to availability. Because porcini mushrooms is one of those things that you want to get fresh straight from the field to your pot. And here in Ireland they don't, I don't know if they don't grow or they don't go for them. Just never seen them unless they're imported.
Are they more commonly found in Sardinia?
You have more than here in Ireland, definitely. But again, they're a bit harder to find. What you find normally, they're similar enough to porcini mushroom, is called ovuli. And they're very similar in shape, but the color is more yellowy. Yeah, and again, the texture is hard and you get quite a bite from them. They might look like a lot of mushrooms, but just remember they're gonna reduce a lot once you cook them. So this is what I made for two. It's probably roughly 200 grams mushrooms plus a good handful of dried wild mushrooms. There you go. Chopped.
So we're basically just waiting for the mushrooms to hydrate now, right?
Yes, we are. Once the mushrooms are hydrated, we're gonna drain them, give them a chop, and start cooking. So 30 minutes have passed, so we're gonna go and drain our wild mushrooms.
Decided to get out of the way again.
In here, we're gonna give them a quick chop, and then we start rolling. Rough chopper, not looking for anything fancy here. Just so you can shove them in your mouth. And we get the fire going. So other than our pan for the rice, we are gonna have a pot with the chicken stock.
Oh,
Yes.
not just any old chicken stock, right?
No, the best chicken stock.
See, because we are reusing the stock from the chicken that we used for the Christmas video.
Yes. That eventually is gonna come to the boil, and we're gonna use it to hydrate the rice. Our pan is getting hot, so we're gonna start with the olive oil. I always like to make little drawings in it.
Of course.
Because I'm a child.
Okay, so we've got our sizzle. The herbs and garlic are doing their thing.
They're starting to smell nice now.
The aromatics, I'm
The aromatics of this toasted garlic. Toss them around so that you cover them in oil, garlic and parsley. We're gonna go in with the remaining chestnut mushrooms. Yeah, I know it looks like I've done another one of my things. Give it 5 minutes, it's gonna be less than that. Pan nice and hot because you want this mushroom to cook, not to steam.
2 minutes on the clock, what's that for?
2 minutes is just to get the mushroom to a nice softer consistency and we can get the rice in.
Bit of multitasking, holding the camera, moving the mushrooms.
If it's ruined, it's your fault.
Exactly.
The beacon is beacon, we're going with the rice.
Shake, shake, shake.
2 more minutes to close the rice. If I were adding some wine, I would add it at the end of the 2 minutes just to give it a little bit more extra flavor.
But you know, there's no wine left.
There's no wine left, so we're not gonna add any wine today. But we have a secret ingredient. Other than the chicken stock, we also have chicken fat. Well, jelly that forms after you roast the chicken in the oven.
Okay, so what's happening now?
So 2 minutes, we're gonna start adding our stock very
Okay.
slowly and gently. So the heat's gone down to medium to low. Give it a stir to help the stock incorporate into the rice and the mushrooms. And we're gonna put 10 minutes on the clock. This arborio rice should be cooked in 10, roughly 12 minutes.
Amore. Is that the magic?
That is the magic.
Can we see?
Still have the herbs.
So for those that might be trying to make a risotto for the first time, in terms of the liquid levels.
Yes, so when you add liquid in, you want to get to a level that is not completely covered, but you can see the liquid, and you can also see what's in your rice if you have mushrooms like this. And it's gonna go down, it's gonna decrease, and you want to start adding more stock when it's almost dry. When you see that the liquid is almost finished, but then it takes patience, and not every time I have a lot. Now I'll be tempted to go and stir all the time. I'll just let the pan do the thing. Now by using both the chicken stock and the chicken jelly, the risotto is going to come out very, very rich and tasty. So it's not going down completely the level of the stock, but it is decreasing, so we're gonna add just another ladle. And our clock says they were 3 minutes away, so you don't want to add too much because it needs time to evaporate as well. So the stock is salted and the chicken we used for the chicken jelly was salted. So I'm gonna add a little bit to get it to a nice flavor.
Poco poco.
Could be, Emma, could be. I tasted the rice and you can feel it that it needs more salt. So 4 tablespoons. Just joking.
Alrighty, the alarm has just gone. Beepity beep.
Time for tasting. Salt is right. You can really taste the chicken and the mushrooms. We're very, very close to being finished. I'll add 1 to 2 more minutes on the clock. And it's going to be just enough to get the stock in the pan reduced. Give me 30 seconds, am I? Okay, so the best risotto you've ever made. I think it's ready. Now come and have a look because I want to show you the consistency of the sauce that you want to get.
Okay, here we go.
There you go. You see it looks like there's some liquid at the top but not very much. And you have here at the bottom some. Just remember, this risotto needs to rest for a few minutes with some more butter and a lid on top. So all the liquid you see here now, it's gonna reduce even more. We cover and we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Look who's awake! Ciao ciao!
The lid in the pan and see what's happening. There you go. Now we're mixing to the butter that melted, and as I said, the liquid was gonna be absorbed even more, and that's what happened. See am I? Am I ready to serve?
You get that? What do you see?
Sprinkle of parsley, just to make it pretty. Small drizzle of olive oil. And we're ready. Buon appetito!
What do you think?
Ancora?
There we go.
Try and get everything into one forkful. That's so good. So the rice is cooked perfectly. The mushrooms, you can really taste all the different types you put in. The dried wild mushrooms and the chestnuts. The sweetness of the butter and the richness of the chicken stock. Really a rainbow flavor that complements each other really, really well.
Why are you whispering, Emily?
It's rabbit hunting season. The rice is cooked perfectly. You can taste the different types of mushrooms that we put in. There's some more of a kick, some more mellow. The butter.
He wants more.
Is that enough for mommy talking?
Let's see. Is it that good? You're eating the leftovers from the tray? Era buono? All done. Ciao ciao. Ciao ciao.